Hello everyone. My name is Mpulugeng and this is Motivation Corner SA. Motivation Corner SA, your favorite podcast, the biggest podcast in the world, and I'm your favorite content creator. So, if you're here for the first time, you are welcome. I promise myself that I'm not going to say so, but it seems it's those small habits that I'm trying to work on. So if you're here for the first time, you are welcome. And those who've been here since the beginning, you guys are most welcome. And thank you so much. I see your support. Guys, if there's something I've learned in life is to show gratitude so that I attract more blessings. So if you've been watching, especially from Feb up until now, thank you so much. Thank you. Continue. And I would love to hear your views on how are we growing content wise, picture visual wise. Just let's talk, man. Help me grow, and as I help you to grow and I become a better person. So guys, hey, I'm thinking I was thinking of communication, and we always we think that communication is talking, but today I want us to talk about the importance of being silent. There's this, by now all of you guys know that I love Bonang. So Bonang has been through so many scandals, but she always keep quiet. She never say anything. She stays silent. You will never hear anything or Bonang addressing whatever that she's accused of. She just keep to herself or share when she's supposed to. So guys, today we're talking about silence, and I know of someone in my life, and this guy, he's so quiet. You'll find him in a group of people. Everybody will be talking and he'll be so quiet. And I know he's very intelligent and very wise, but you'll find him quiet. And I got curious. I'm like, why are you always quiet when you are with people? And he said something very profound. He said, it helps me to gauge other people, their emotional intelligence and their smartness, if they're intelligent, so that I can decide whether I partake in this conversation or not, or check if we're gonna have a sensible conversation. So it helps me to do that. I'm like, me, guys, I talk, okay? I talk too much. So I was like, I need to learn this. So I'm like, guys, come, let's learn together. And I had to research some more on the silence. Why do we need to silence? What is the importance of being silent? Someone once said silence is virtue. So it helps you to listen, not to listen to answer, to listen attentively and put yourself inside the other person. Should sympathize or empathize with them. So guys, I'm going to mention 4 points on when should we keep quiet or when should we be silent. Number 1, be silent when you have anger or you are in an emotional state. Because we all know that when you are angry, you're bound to say things that you will later regret. I know it's very hard. Guys, it's hard to keep quiet, especially, let's say you are being accused of something that you didn't do, or someone is swearing at you, someone is tarnishing you. You just want to respond back. But let me tell you, your power at that moment is silent. Just keep quiet. As hard, as difficult as it may be. Someone says, bite your tongue. Someone says, just get water. Let's say you don't have water. Bite your tongue. But don't say anything, because you are going to say something and you're going to regret it. So allow yourself to cool down. And I researched, how long does one get angry? Let's say you are in that emotional state of anger. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. So you can allow yourself to cool off for that 10 to 15 minutes before you can say anything. But otherwise, people say you can even wait for a whole week without saying anything. I know of a friend, my friend also, she would find things, she would hear that people said this and that about her. She will just keep quiet. She will be silent as if she doesn't know anything. And then later on, when she has dissected it, when she has thought of it and come to her own conclusion, that's when she'll decide to confront. So guys, At that moment, you are rational, because when you are emotional, obviously rationality leaves with the window, like it goes out the window. So you need to know that you are going to be rational, and you end up crying and you look like a fool, even though you are the one who has wronged. You end up being the one who now has to apologize. So be silent when you are angry and when you are emotional, because when in that state, you going to say things, number one, you're going to regret, and number two, you're not rational, like I said. So also, you don't look like a fool, or you don't have to apologize for things that you could have controlled, and it gives you also an upper hand. Number two, be silent when you have limited information. Oh, guys, this one I'm so guilty. Me, now I would have had something, a snippet on a radio or somewhere, and whenever people talk about that whole thing, I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I wasn't there. I didn't even read more. I didn't research more on the topic. So be silent. You don't have to. And someone once said, the reason we don't keep quiet, sometimes we are seeking validation and attention. And also ask yourself, why do you find it hard to be silent? I had to introspect myself. Why do you always want to talk? So sometimes it's a need to be seen as intelligent. Can't at the end you look like a fool. Can you imagine now? Everybody was talking about the government of unity, as you know that after the elections, ANC didn't win, and they had to form coalitions, and up until they decided on the government of unity. I still don't know full information on that. You understand? So what I do now, because I'm becoming a better person, when people talk about that, I listen. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, government of unity means that everybody who's willing to form part of this government or have an agreement with ANC, then they form part of the government unity. And also I was like, why is EFF not there? You understand? I don't know full information, but when? Because I know I'm not alone. Everybody will be talking about it there at work here during coffee time. Hey, this government of unity. Now you start to also talk. What do you know? What if they ask you, you say a point, maybe you had someone, or maybe Josie, or whoever profound might have said something very profound, and then you say it, and now people start to ask you, and then now you can't answer. I know, guys, let's learn to be silent. And also, you don't know the people you are talking to at that moment. You don't know how much they know. You don't know who they are. You understand? So now you're going to turn yourself into a fool. You embarrass yourself unnecessarily so. Which takes me to the third point, which is be silent in the midst of powerful people. For one, I'm a podcaster, an upcoming podcaster. I'm still growing. Let's say it happens that I'm in a meeting with the likes of Bumak G, Bompumi Lidwaba, Jay Shetty. All I have to do is to bring my pen and paper, take notes. They've been doing this. They've seen challenges. They've seen wins. They've seen that. So also I remember my pastor once said, when you are in the midst of powerful people, you need to listen. Even if they say the same thing that you thought of, even if you can say, but I have a very powerful point. No, keep quiet. Because you don't know as much as they do. A wise person once said, indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. So when you are privileged to have been meeting with the powerful people in whatever sphere of life that you are in, just learn to keep quiet and learn, absorb, learn, and not listen with the aim to respond. You can listen with the aim to ask more questions, get more clarity, and be a better person. You understand? So, guys, today, we're talking about being silent, which is it's very, very important, and I'm starting to see it. And also, as you can see, most of the time, I'm interviewing people, I'm having conversation with people on camera when I take out videos. I have had to learn to be quiet and listen, be silent as they share their story. There are times where I'm tempted to even finish their words. Oh my God, I'm like, oh yeah, but kancane, learning to be silent and grasp everything that I need, and also don't want to bore you down. I'm the one who's asking questions, but also I'm the one who's also talking too much. So, let us, like, learning to be silent is very, very important. Also, it helps you, I forgot to mention this point, it helps you not to be implicated in so many things. Let's say there was a group of people, they were talking about a certain person, and if you were quiet, no one is going to come and say, but Mpulukeng, when you said this, and then when that person confronts you, you don't even know what to say. So you just keep quiet. And if people know that every time there's conversation, Mpulukeng keeps quiet, no one will say you said that. No one, even if a person say Mpulukeng said this, a person will be like, nee, Mpulukeng doesn't talk too much. She listens. Most of the time, she doesn't say a lot. So, guys, silence is virtue. Also, the last point, because I don't want to bore us with a lot of information. The last point is be silent when it's necessary to save a relationship. I always heard someone says, if you're about to partake in certain conversation, ask yourself, what does this has to do with me? Is this going to build? Is this going to destroy families? Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. Even if you might have seen something, it's not your place to say something. There's this question on social media, someone will ask if, maybe someone will say, if I see your man cheating on you, what do you do? Sometimes I think it's better to keep quiet, or go to the person that you've seen cheating and confront them and tell them what they're doing is wrong. But at the end of the day, ungenapi. You understand? Be silent. Ungazingeni indaba zabantu. Ungazingeni, like, just be silent. Don't partake in conversation. Even if a friend comes and say, yeah, he does this, he does that. Sometimes a person just wants to vent. They don't want to hear more information on that person. So you just keep quiet up until they come to you and they say, I heard this and that. Then maybe you can say, yes, this is what I know. But many families have broken up because of someone's big mouth, because you couldn't keep things to yourself. I'm also learning. So I'm saying, guys, let's learn together to be quiet and to be silent when it's not necessary, when what the words that you're gonna say are gonna hurt families, are gonna break families apart. So, guys, this is all I have to say about silence. I don't want it to be a long and boring video, but I think you get the gist. You get what I'm trying to say. Let us be silent. It's like, yeah, silence. Even with yourself, even in your house, just learn to be silent and listen to yourself. Listen to your emotions. You understand? It's very noisy. Everybody's talking out here, but sometimes have time to be silent. And yeah, thank you for watching. What do you think? What are your points when it comes to silence? How has silence saved you from problems? Have saved relationships? Just let's talk below. And thank you for watching, and next time, love you.